Right. Hey everyone. See if the audio's working. Audio test 1, 2. Okay. Looks like we're good. Um, Market's opening in 10 minutes. I'm reading along for the last 25 minutes. And ultimately it's a 4-to-1 play. I'm going to take the risk here. That price is just going to explode to the upside. We took out, like, look on the 1 hour here. We have all-time highs, relatively equal. Look, 1, 2, 3 1-hour highs. That's our target for today. Once it hits this, most likely it's going to go higher. But to be honest, a 4-to-1 is going to suffice for me. We pushed lower. We took London lows. We rejected the new day opening gap from a 5-minute, 15-minute perspective, which is good. Price is failing to drop lower here. You can see how nicely this inversion is inverting price. I got my stop right now below the new day opening gaps of 722, which is from 2 days ago. So overall, this is my trade. I'm happy with it. And we'll see what happens in 9 minutes. Either I get stopped out or price is just going to rocket to the upside, right? So that is that. So far, it's 5 minutes looking great. I'm liking where we are from a discount perspective from F15. So there is risk here involved. Don't get me wrong, but the risk reward is great. So I am taking this position here. But the thing that I like the most here is just the 5 minute out of everything. So it's like a 5-minute play. Y'all see how like the last 1, 2, 3, 4 candles all closed above the mean threshold of this inversion here, which I'm going to mark in orange. That's kind of giving me that confidence there that I think price is really finding its bottom here and it's going to just shoot up. And this right here that we had, this drop, that was the Judah that happened from the morning, from 7 till now. And even right here above us, like look at these relative equal highs here, like all this here, this is going to get ran. Right? This is all minor buy side. So yeah. Can the stop be more protected? I think it can, but I think it's safe there. 1 tick below 722. If it wicks me out and it comes back up, you know what the drill is. getting back into the trade. Yesterday closed off at 1.2K per account, so I do have some wiggle room from my end to take these. I wouldn't say riskier setups, but usually I don't take positions before 9:30 like this. But again, just 5 minutes looking great targets to the upside. Today, my bias is clear. I'm bullish. 4 hour looks great as well for a run higher, and the daily looks nice for a run higher as well. There could be some further manipulation. Like what can price do? It can break down these lows, hit Monday's New York first presentation, and then start pushing higher. But just looking at the 1 hour and everything and where we're at, closing above mean thresholds, the 50-minute, the pullback, the sweep of liquidity, I think we're doing okay, guys. So let's see where we're going to be at. And that's the analysis, guys. If price pushes up higher, am I going to go to break even? Probably not. And yesterday's close is right there. So we're right now 40 points below yesterday's close. So we just took out all this minor buy side liquidity that I just spoke about. Again, it was such a small level for price to hit. But it looks like it hit it. So let's get rid of this. It's not relevant anymore. Yeah, and if price hits, then it's gonna be what? It's gonna be a payout day for me in like 1 hour if it hits target. Can pull out for three more accounts. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Nice little bullish push here to the upside. Four minutes low open. Really nice rejection here. You know, can we move stop up to to mitigate some risk here? Yeah, I'm thinking right now where I can just thinking where the stop can be placed. So price is opening up bullish here, and like we just got to think of where is price not going to go, right? That's where you want to trail your stop loss. Right now I'm thinking because I don't want to choke this trade. I think I'll just leave it where it is right now. I'll take a full loss here if it does reverse all the way back here. But so far, in 3 minutes, we might get a bullish 5-minute fair value gap here. And that's going to be further bullishness. But if I were to mitigate some of my risk, the stop right here, something that I would consider, right? Below that swing low. And that's where my stop is right now. Price is aggressively pushing higher. We've inverted this 5-minute fair value gap here. You guys can see it slightly. Yeah, you can. It's done its damage. The RTH gap's it's gonna be pretty small. It's gonna be like 25 handles if price hovers around here. Dog, no. I used to do them manually. I recommend doing them manually for a couple of weeks and then but mine's called New Dog, RTH, and EH. That's what I use. So my risk is already 50% here. And I would just hold it till all-time highs, which is right here. Or 24.75. Or 24.75. And I'm expecting, this is what I'm expecting from the market, just a shot higher. We've already manipulated, and this is just going to be a continuation of like this like early push here. If it comes up and then it pulls back, I might scale in. I'm going to try to double my position today. But right now my risk is 172 and my target's $1,000 here per account. So it's either minus 500 or plus 5,000. All right. And right now I'm just open to the randomness of the market of what it wants to do. But based on the 1 hour, it looks bullish. I don't think price should, reach this level. Let's see this hold up. Nice, we got a wick lower. And now it looks like if that was like the 1 minute Judah here, I'm going to move my stop loss to break even now. Perfect. We have relative equal highs here. A partial can be done, but I don't know. I don't think price is slowing down, guys. I'm going to partial out one contract right here. Make up for my $50 loss earlier today. I took a win and a loss in Asia trying to catch these highs. It just didn't work out. So my stop is here now. You're kidding me. This might be a failed trade. It's funny. It slipped me out for $78. At least I partialed out one here. That was unfortunate. So it became from really nice PA to tricky PA here. Because price just filled in the RTH gap here. And then it just rejected it. So I'm expecting a push lower here. Took relative equal highs here. Okay. It is what it is. It really doesn't want to take out these highs here. So right now what we have on the 1 hour is we have more relative equal highs, right? So this here is minor buy side liquidity. Okay. Minor buy side liquidity. If my stop would have been here, I would have gotten tagged out there. But in order to take price higher against a move like this, we'll definitely have to see something more. And I was bullish this whole time. Man, this is not gonna lie, it's a bit frustrating. Would have been nice to be one and done within like 5 minutes after the open. So we got 930 highs. Oh, do we? Let me check red folder here. Our news Forex Factory. Forex Factory. Yeah, we have flash services PMI. Okay. And then at 10 o'clock, we have news. So that's that. This right here, like this like 5 minute like wick up and wick down, that's hard to trade, guys. Not gonna lie. If I don't have a clear bias again, then we'll have to wait for a setup. But as of right now, we don't even have a first presentation for a value gap after 930, right? 930's here. We shot down, shot up, shot back down into new day, opening gap of 722. From a 5-minute perspective, things are looking really, really good. And then we got this like bullish 5-minute fair value up. But again, I'm not putting too much weight on it. I just drew it because it was supposed to support price on the way up. But with 5-minute looking good for re-entry. Yeah. Maybe I could have done like a 50% partial here. I don't know. I'm just looking at like my mistakes right now, and like the management of this trade is just that was not expected at all. But once these highs get taken, most likely we're just going to keep blasting up higher. So maybe a good idea to do 50% partials at top if we manage to catch trade, and then try to ride it up as high as possible using fib extensions. But so far, we have to wait till 9:45 news here before we take a trade. Right now, NQ is being difficult. It's just yeah, just playing hardball with us, and that's okay. This is the first time I ever took a trade pre 9:30. By the way, guys, took at 9 o'clock. So 30-minute trade, and I technically broke even, but it slipped me $80. Yeah. Technically there's a macro between 850 to 910, but you can see here, guys, like price decided to do nothing and it deferred its move around 930. We have to view the RTH gap as an actual like fair value gap, right? And look how rejected here. So like trading back into this, it's sketchy. It did create the relative equal highs, which kind of is like a positive to that negative confluence. And yeah, I like how we didn't touch the end dog of 724, which is nice to see. But I feel like this is the long that everyone's just waiting for. Price just needs to do some destruction beforehand. This is the inversion 5-minute fair value gap. That price did a really good job of rejecting. Like, look at these bodies right here. Can you guys see it? Yeah, you guys can. I'm not blocking it. Okay. What do we have here? See, if I didn't move my stop to break even, it would have been a full loss. That would have been even more painful. It running to what is that, 3R, and then going back to -1. That's something that should never ever happen. If momentum like that happens, you're anticipating that it continues. News in 5 minutes. So yeah, like liquidity here in Asia, guys. I tried hunting it yesterday. I failed to do so. It stopped me out at break even here. Like my stop loss was here. And even though it wouldn't even reach my target anyways, I was targeting 424.75. So like price is really throwing me through the ringer over the last couple of days. This was my yesterday's performance, guys. I managed to, let me get a screenshot from TOPSTEP dashboard here. Where we got prices. Like, remember how I said like this is tough to trade up? Like this is the response that we're getting. It's just bearishness now, but we got to wait till news. Nothing has happened until it's clear. Dashboard. Oh man, I really want to pay out today. I just want 1,000 more in my accounts, or 900 more, so that I can do like a 2K payout per account. And then this is the balance here so far. So far I've had 1, 2, like I'm on a winning streak. This has to need like pop to like 9K ish before I do like another $2,000 payout. So far things are looking not too shabby, and I'm probably going to pump all this into crypto, to be honest, all these gains. So good time to buy. If you guys are invested, it's a good time to buy, man. Things dropped a lot recently, so that's AKA a discount. Looks bearish to me until the 50% of yesterday's range. To be honest, if we're truly bullish, this 1 hour fair value gap, like in 17 minutes, I don't want to see this close below mean threshold here. That's going to give me confirmation that we are still bullish and there's a chance of pushing through this. Where else can it go, right? So we got, we had a market structure shift here, right? Low, right? MMS to the higher high. Relative equal highs above us, relative equal highs here. Like we have a lot of good upside targets. It's just we need to find the bottom here, right? And that's hard to do. And it might take me 1 or 2 attempts here, but we're looking for massive swings to the upside. So we'll see what 945 gives us. And that would be that. Anyone here catch any trades like in the Asia or the pre-New York session? Let me get rid of this here. You guys don't need to see that noise. So price went back into what? The new dog of 722. Do we have a first presentation for a value gap? We do. It's right here. I don't know if it's a valid one just because we had so much back and forth before it created. But let's map it in. These are the rules. ICT sometimes bends his own rules. And I'm really trying to adhere to first presentation fair value gap of, this is going to be Thursday's New York 724. All right. Oh my gosh. You guys are taking trades before red folder news. I think that is foolish. But let's see what price is going to give us today. Okay, red folder came out, 9:45. Price didn't do shit. This is the first presentation of today. Yeah, it is. It's the only fair value app that formed. You can see price here broke to the upside of it. I rejected it, broke to the upside. Like, am I confident in taking this long? No, I'm not, right? Like, this for me is not, technically, it did what it was supposed to do. It's funny how it pushes away right away. But it's just a bit thrown off right now by price. 15-minute does not look good. All it has is those relative equal highs, rejected RTH gap. Right now, price is displacing away from this here. We're pushing into the lower half of the RTH gap, which can be seen as a resistance point. You can see price just, take out this high here and then push lower. Let me map this to my 15-second chart here to see if, but so far it's, on the 15 seconds, it's been doing a really good job of rejecting this price here. We're at midnight open right now. Macro in 5 minutes. Yeah. I don't know. The good setups happens like this should have fucking pushed. But right now, like, what is price doing from, like, a lower time frame perspective? Like, in 2 minutes, we're going to close above this 5-minute fair value, which is good. We rejected this new day opening gap. You can see the bodies just stood at the high of it, which is good to see. Price is pushing right now into RTH lows after rejecting it. That I'm not liking. This is going to be a mistrade for me today. Frick. Okay, 1 hour looks really good right now for the bullish push. Okay, let me try to see if I can position myself somehow in this trade. Maybe like a 2.5 to 1, like something like that. I just want to see a pullback here. I just give us some RR here. Hopefully it doesn't take out these highs. Hopefully it pushes down from here. I'm liking how he pushed past midpoint. There's this Asia has been tested. This would be like a 1-to-1. Come on, respect. There's this Asia. It didn't. It's respecting to the upside. Am I interested in a 1-to-1 here? I'm not, guys. So 1-to-1s are easy. But let's see if we get a pullback here and can get in at a better price. Maybe like right there. That would be good, like a 2-to-1. So I'm going to start scaling in once it gets to today's 6 a.m. first presentation for value up. That's going to be my entry. And my stop loss is going to be right there. How many pips is this going to be? Around 16. So let's start risking 3. Let's see what that gives us. Macro in 1 minute. I want to see price go into this right here. Yeah, that level right there. It's going to be my longing level. What's that? I'll tell you in a sec, man. It's essentially the first presentation after 6 a.m. ICT used it a couple of times, and I just took that idea from him. So that's that. Yeah. Push lower now, price. Did it take out the highs? It did. Unfortunately, it would have been better if these highs were left. Okay, 15-second close below it. I'm still not in the position, guys. I just need to see confirmation that like this is gonna actually invert, and it never did. Because we are in the premium of the pull right now. Let's see in 10 seconds how this candle is going to close here. If it closes above mean threshold, we're going to go in. Mean threshold is going to be right there. Okay, close below it. We wait. We are waiting. We're in the macro right now too. So price might start aggressively pushing up, but you can see on the 15-minute, it might close in a weird way. Price needs to give us the blueprints. Is it 603? If I miss his trade because of Garrett, he has to send me $5,000. Or where the hell is it? 6 a.m. What am I doing? Yeah, 603. So suboptimal rejection of fair value gaps here as we close below it by a couple of ticks. This next one, if it closes above it, then I'm going to take that trade. That's going to be my 1.5 to 1, or maybe 2 to 1. I'll have my stop right below it. Okay, suboptimal. Okay, it's inverting it. So we wait. Price right now is very fickle. Very, very fickle. Price is coming back down to the RTH lows here. We have also orange folder at 10 o'clock. So let's put that in here. This might be our catalyst. Yeah, this is guys, this is tough BA. This is definitely a tough morning. If I were to rate my mental capacity right now, it's a 7 out of 10, just because of like the 2 moves that I almost caught and I didn't. Move 1 now and move 2 in Asia. And it just, it just starts putting you on tilt. And maybe that's just me. Maybe you guys are more of better emotional management. But the one thing that really gets me is like trades like this, where it goes in your favor and then it just crashes randomly. But it's just part of the game. All right. Price is... It's being funny, guys. If you guys managed to sit still this whole time, congratulations. That's the right move. Price right now hasn't shown, or it's tipped its hand in any way that it wants to go one way or the other. Okay. We still have relative equal highs above us. This 1 hour fair value gap is still holding. 15-minute looks brutal. Right? If I were to change, it's so hard to change my bias here, right? Because of these highs here. But like, let's play devil's advocate here. If price were to go lower after these, like just look at the 5-minute here, after these rejections to the downside, where can price go? Okay, so let's start hunting for price. 4 hour, we're pushing, bullish trend. We're pushing into a 4 hour fair value gap there. See on the top left here. I'm not going to draw it in, but the 1 hour on the upper half of the 4 hour fair value gap, we got a 1 hour fair value gap. Look how these bodies are closing, right? Above the mean threshold. This for me, from a higher time frame perspective, we're bullish, right? If it were to go lower, we're going to go, right? So a draw on liquidity is like Monday's New York first presentation fair value gap. Price so many times comes here, rejects it, and then starts pushing higher and lower. Okay, so that's why I've marked in red. It's my favorite first fair presentation fair value gap out of all the first presentation fair value gaps. It's Monday's, just has the most weight. The first of everything is just great at charts. So in terms of like it hunting lower, I don't know. I don't see any real targets here. Like we have technically relative equal lows below us here. Like this can be considered as minor buy side. Okay. And if price continues like this to 10:30, we might wait till 10:50. But if nothing happens by like 11 o'clock or 11:10, I'm waiting until 1:30. Like the lunchtime macro, in my opinion, this is not a lunchtime macro price action, just because it's very back and forth. Lunchtime, you want to see like a single push during New York, and then we take the reversals during 11:30. Tesla down 7%. Oh, because Tesla earnings came out after close. Jeez. This is what's if Tesla earnings were up 7%, this open would have been completely different. So right now we're fighting with like macro, right? Not just pure technicals, but everything else in the market, which we always do technically indirectly. So again, I've no interest in lower time frames here. I'm just gonna wait for the setup for a long, and if I don't get it, then I don't get it. Whatever. If anyone has any questions here, feel free to drop them. Orange news in 2 minutes. Wait, what's coming out in 2 minutes? Let's see here. New home sales. One minute till news, and then we'll see if we can position a trade there. But this 1 hour candle is going to close nicely. Like this is a very healthy close, relatively speaking. Regardless, 15-minute looks ugly, but this is a real. And what I like as well is 7 o'clock highs haven't been taken yet. So this is giving me hope that, again, we will raid this. It's just when, right? Do you see how price is respecting the fair value on the 3-minute chart? Bodies are closing inside of it. Do you like to trade from there? I never use a 3-minute, man. But let's see here. It's like the 3 minutes, so trading like shorts against it. I don't use a 3-minute, and to be honest, this kind of market profile back and forth, this is where you lose. I think it's 50-50 anyways. For more FX. Okay, and uses out. like this right here, it's technically a grab on liquidity. I wish they were relatively equal. It would have just made a long position so much easier, but it's not. Yeah, exactly. And I haven't seen ICT trade much on the 3-minute at all. And I went through almost all of his content. The only thing he says is if this, like back in the day when he traded or he shared his analysis on the 5-minute, he's like, well, if you don't see a fair value up on the 5-minute, then look at the 4-minute. And if you don't see one on the 4-minute, then the 3-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute. And I know the way he trades is one of his screens has those 5 time frames laid out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But honestly, I feel like that's going to congest my trading. And as of right now, I wouldn't have like a methodological way to incorporate that into my current strategies. So right now, my equity curves, all of them are pointing up for, 30 days straight. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And I'm just going to completely ignore like 2, 3, or 4-minute fair value gaps. Just 5, 1, 15 second. And as Garavit said, like those are the core ones. And 15 is like my main analysis. That's where I hunt session liquidity, which I have indicated by these colorful lines here, purple, yellow, and blue. And yeah, that's that. Exactly. And I will never get to ICT's level just because he's the owner of it. But if I can get to a fraction of what he does and pull in profits from me, that's success in trading, right? So that's all. But guys, the price action is giving us nothing. Gold has interesting targets for those that trade gold futures. Relative equal highs above us. You just have to find for like a swing point here. But if you guys are trading it, might be worth looking into the upside. I don't trade gold at all, nor will I risk real capital on it. But just FYI, guys. All right, back to NQ. We're below the first presentation fair value gap here. We kind of bounced, above it, now below it. We're bouncing above the new dog. We're just so when I'm trading and there's so many levels like this, like below me, above me, like it's a gamble, right? If I'm digging a 1-to-1, I think it's 50-50. Even if I have like an overall bias, like we do have to get out of this weird zone, or at least show us some market structure here. But you can see here we've taken the high here, pushed into this like 5 or 1 minute fair value gap, pushed lower, bounced off of this first presentation from today. We've respected from a 1 minute perspective the new dog. This one might take lower and break through it and start taking minor buy side. But so far, look at the time right now. It's also in the chat, guys. What are you guys looking at right now? Is your analysis different than mine? Are you guys looking for shorts? Are you guys looking for longs? If so, if you guys want to pick my brain, feel free to do so, and I'll try to see if I can align your thinking to my thinking. Using doing shit, yeah, and used it, yeah. This is a really shit morning, guys. And so far, from sitting on our hands for the last 35 minutes, other than the first trade, I think this is like a session where you do want to sit on your hands, right? And if you try taking trades here and you failed and you lost, then just ask yourself, like, why? Like, what? Like, was there really something in the charts that made you want to take a trade? Or are you just trying to chase that $200 daily profit target or a payout? Because remember, it's process over profits, right? Waiting for 847 to be taken. Ella, 847. Where are you, 847? This low right here, this minor buy side. I mean, minor sell side. And this is, guys, minor sell side liquidity. My mistake here. It's too clean. It is clean, right? Especially like, and right here, we've got more minor buy side, right? It's a possibility. Don't get me wrong. Will it get there? I don't know. But if it will, it'll definitely hunt these levels, right? Smooth edges attract and repel. Exactly. So what ICT said is, let me try to think of the phrase. I have it somewhere in my notes, but it's like, smooth waters invite disruption, something like that. And the analogy he had was like, every time you go by a really calm lake, for some reason you have the urge just to take a pebble and to disturb it, right? For some reason, right? There's not even like a single blip on the water. You want to disturb that. And that's how the markets operate. It's these smooth edges. It wants to disturb and attack, and are smooth edges for the day. And this is what makes me profitable. It's the 1 hour highs here, smooth. 15-minute here, we got smooth highs. Okay. These are technically smooth, right? Even though that it did take the low out, again, like this is where it's a big gray area, but this can be seen maybe as like a smooth area. But again, it technically did kind of make it a bit jagged. So that's like a bit, I don't know, it depends how you want to view that. And then down here, things are a bit too smooth as well. ES has already taken all-time high, so price goes above 10 a.m. and shows some signs that it wants to go higher. Then I can trade in Q. Looks bearish below the 930 open and below the daily from Heisenberg. Nice catch. First percent to fair value up getting reversed. Yeah, but like, look how many times it got reversed here, right? I hate seeing these things being traded like this, where it just keeps reversing up and below, up and below. Like this for me, like this becomes a low probability fair value gap for me at that point. All right. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. Your midstream reminder. Fair value up getting reversed, dump trade. Okay. So let's see ES here, guys. Yeah, ES is, look, so look what ES did. It had relative equal highs. Asshole ES. ES is definitely stronger than NQ. But at the open, it pushed lower, pushed higher, it took relative equal highs. Okay. All right. And I'm just looking at the 1 minute here, guys, because we're like all-time highs here. We have relative equal highs above us. And right now, price is going to be pushing lower. 1 hour delivery, this looks bullish, but it took liquidity, so it might be pushing lower now, right? What can be inverted on ES? I've never traded ES in my life. But I'm assuming it's the same, right? As NQ. This would be nice to be inverted, and like, to be honest, if price is something like this, and it shoots up and goes lower, like this is, like, to be honest, I prefer shorts on ES. And speaking about shorts on ES, look at that. Ella, your targets have been hit. And these levels are sauce AF as well. So what I don't like about like these equal highs here, but like if this inverts, which it looks like it is, the trade is going to be like your stop wouldn't be here because that's silly. It would get rated if it goes this high, but you're anticipating that price is going to close below the new day opening gap again, maybe come up, reject, and then take a lower to like these lows here, right? Somewhat smooth here. Tesla down 9%. Yeah. CES, ES. NQ. I'm not even interested in NQ. ES is more interesting now to me. Okay, let me take a ES, MESU. MES. Okay, I'm changing my charts to MES. This is looking like decent. We're above the RTH. It is respecting it, and we do have above us relative equal highs. So I'm watching this, but I need to see something better here, right? Right, like it's, you know, relative equal highs have been taken, and then this is like what 10. It's 10:10. We're out of the macro time. Levels above us and below us. Again, like this is like a C plus trade, to be honest, in my opinion. What's NQ doing? Not interested in NQ. There's nothing in NQ that I'm interested in. I'm just gonna focus. If I am gonna take a trade, it's gonna be on ES today. A 1 to 7 to 1. Fuck. There it goes. Okay. Take a 1 to 1 here. I'm just targeting these lows at 9 o'clock. I'm only risking 0.6, 0.7 of a regular risk, just because the risk reward is shit. But I do think there's a 70% chance we're hitting at least this level right here after like this kind of rejection here. Maybe my stop loss to above these highs. I don't want to see that broken at that point. Come on, price. Keep pushing down here. Because for price to hit my stop loss here, it would have to go through RTH gap, new day opening gap, and then it tags me out. So this is going to be a breakaway gap here. That's my anticipation. There's zero stress right now. If it pulls back a bit more and goes into this fair value gap, I'm gonna scale in. If it goes into here and it rejects it nicely, we'll turn this from like $100 TP to $300 TP. That's just I caught it way too late. I didn't have enough confidence to catch it here, but we are where we are. What's happening on NQ? NQ's pulling back. It hit Monday's first presentation fair value gap, which is interesting. Remember that draw on liquidity? And then again, 5-minute market structure, it looks bearish to me. 15-minute looks bearish. Everything looks bearish here. Let's scale in a bit here. Okay, scaled in a bit here in the position. My stop is right now here. Do I absolutely love this position? No, but it's most likely going to play out, I think, to the downside. This is good PA. So again, risking 150 for $180 profit. So it's almost a 1-to-1. Again, not crazy about my risk reward. Usually I risk more when the reward is higher. Confidence, I'll probably say 75% chance it hits target here. At least like the lowest hanging fruit being just the low that printed right after 930. Let's see what's happening on NQ here. Might be a bullish response actually from NQ after hitting that first presentation. Fair value gap, but let's see if ES is going to keep pushing lower. This is my first time trading ES, guys. I don't even know how to trade against. Like NQ right now is telling me slightly bullish signs, but PA here on ES is looking pretty bearish. Looking pretty bearish. I like how price just dug into this first presentation, didn't get far and just crashed lower. That's signs that we do want to see. Yeah, NQ is being in Q. Okay, it looks like this is probably gonna hit target any second now. You can move stop loss to break even if you guys are in this trade. So my stop loss is right above the 1 minute bearish order block. You're not gonna hit it, bro? Come on. Bit lower. Bit lower. It might tag me out for break even if it pulls all the way back up, but that's fine. It's a tiny trade. I'm more hurt from that first NQ trade that I took versus this one. All right, I'm like 2 ticks away from break even. If price is magically reverse here, then I'm out. I think I'm out here for break even. Break even. Okay. Weird. How much was I missing here? I was missing a quarter of a tick. Oh my gosh. Markets. Oh, okay. Unfortunate. Relative equal lows below us here. I'm still looking at this for short. Let's see what price is going to do to the upside. NQ. Sorry for bouncing back and forth. I usually never do this, but NQ rejected Monday's first presentation fair value gap. That may have been the hunt lower. And then, you know, here. Let's see how it's going to respect this level right here. If I see a nice rejection on the 1 minute of this bearish fair value gap, the RTH gap, we got 8 seconds here for it to show us what it wants to do. If it closes above mean threshold, okay, so close just a tick above it. That's okay, permissible. Let's give price 1 more minute to see what it wants to do. If it wants to continue lower or if it wants to stall. NQ here is see, like this price action I'm bullish on. Yes, I'm bearish on for the short term, right? This was a nice displacement. NQ, ES is probably dropping from here. What to do? What would it be if I take it from here? See that close? That's a no bueno close. Okay, not crazy about that short anymore. You can see price dug into this right here. What time is it right now? 10:20. See, it's not the right time, guys. We're waiting for 11:50. But this is a nice rejection off of first presentation, New York, first presentation, Monday's first presentation, and then seeing a push higher here. Again, maybe this might be the bottom, right? As ES pushing higher, it is. This is weird. I'm trading two assets at once now. And they're both showing me slightly, like something slightly different. If this candle here closes, like it punches into like the new dog and then it closes aggressively below, then I will take the short for a 2-to-1. And that's going to be better RR than like this initial trade. But in Q, again, it's showing that's slowing down as well. Go to NQ. Yeah, someone said yes. And now I'm freaking stuck on this price action. Okay, I'm taking a short here. $100 only. It shows me some more bearishness here. My stop's right above this high here. And I'm targeting the relative equal lows here. Here. I'm doubling up right now. Doubling up. This looks freaking bullish on IQ though. Bearish on ES. After this, guys, I'm never going back to ES again, even if this wins. See, I'm conflicted now between these two asset classes. IQ looks like this right here. Looking primo for a long. Let's see if this want to go back down. Respect higher. Entered IFEG MNQ. I don't like ES. I'm going to close out this position any second now. Okay. This is interesting for longs, but again, ES is showing me something else. But here, let me. I'm closing out ES for $40 loss. We're done with ES. I'm not looking at it anymore. I'm solely focused on NQ now. That threw me off a bit. All right, this looks okay. All right, I'm in a small long here. My stop is there. Now, again, like the anticipation here is, it's a bit early in the trade, but I think that I'm just liking how 1 minute PA and 5 minute PA look like based off of these key levels. And then my target's going to be pretty high up. I took no real loss today and I'm minus $80. Yeah, screw NQ. Screw yes. Okay. what are we targeting for here? This is going to be, we're going to try to see if we can hit 424, 424. Here's like attempt for me like 3 to catch the longs on the 15-minute. Yeah, we are bearish, but on the but I'm looking for, you know, 1-minute bullishness, 5-minute bullishness. The moment we break above this, I'm just going to go to break even here, and I'll be really happy with holding it for the next little while. So it's a small risk that I'm taking. I might even move my stop loss soon below this inversion here. I don't want that inverting to the downside again. What's not good about this trade is just the time. 10:26. It's not. We're not in a macro time. We're in a weird time right now. Now I'm addicted looking at the ES chart here. Here I'm gonna, to be honest, guys, I'm gonna tempted to close this out for break even. Okay, closing out for break even for minus 20 bucks or whatever. We need to be in the macro time here. I'm not gonna be holding this during 20 minutes of consolidation. ES here is looking like we're going to be dropping. See, like, I'm just not buying it right now. This could be the first initial long of the move, but I have to stick by my rules. And 10:28, not a rule for me. If you guys are interested, like, as long as it makes sense, don't get me wrong. I'm just gonna wait for the explosive price action and then just catch the trade on the way up. All right, we got a couple of minutes here. Let's see what you guys are saying here. So Garavit entered probably something like this, if I'm guessing, like 3.5 to 1. Price might pump till first presentation. I think so. Where's first presentation? Till here. $10.07 bullish breaker. I think strong PD ready to go along. 10.07. 10.07. The bullish breaker here. Yeah, that would be it if it goes up, but thank God I closed this trade down. We're never looking at ES again, guys. This is not an ES channel. We're only NQ. NQ is where it's at. And like, the moment you're profitable on one asset, there's no point of going to others unless you want to explore and try to diversify your trading. But that just confused the crap out of me because I'm seeing 2 different things on ES and NQ. So now we just wait. We're going to be patient. We're going to wait. And then if there's nothing by 11 o'clock, I'm going to close the stream down. Because I am getting tired, guys. Tired of this price action. Somehow I took a loss of 150 bucks today. 80 of that was a slip, and then the other 60 was just like closes on indecisiveness because I'm trading not against my models. So learn from my mistakes, guys. If it's not in your model, just don't trade it. We still have tomorrow. We have all of next week. We have all of the week after next week. The highs look good. Don't get me wrong from a higher timing perspective. So right now, all we're looking for is longs. All we're looking for is longs now. This right here is a nice rejection. Small position, yeah. You guys see, like, look, over the last 15 minutes, we haven't moved anywhere. We're below the new day opening gap of 720, 722. If we break above that, more confidence. As Al said, above the breaker, more confidence, right? And to be honest, we something like this. Like everything above here is going to be you're above first presentation. You're above all these freaking levels. Right now, what Garrett's doing, guys, is he's anticipating that we break all this. And then if he does, then he can scale in and he can have a massive position. So that's just the risk that he's taking. He's trying to get in lower, which is fair. I'm not saying this is a bad trade, guys. It's just, I'm not going to be risking capital on it. Oh. Yeah, been there, done that, right? Been there. This day sucks. This day really does suck. And it's days like this where if you don't lose too much, you're going to excel in trading. It's just about understanding when shitty days are going to come. And I wasn't expecting this for it to be a shitty day. We had two news drivers, relative equal highs. We had Tesla earnings yesterday or after market close. So I guess that's a negative confluence, but it is what it is. If more, like what we did, guys, like we just stayed in this weird range here. But all in all, price is rejecting right now the new dog of 722. How I get my bias? Yeah, it's very simple. And remember, the more simple you make it, the more you get. To be honest, because I'm an intraday trader, the daily, it does influence. What I look at is previous day highs and lows, okay, for targets, closes, opens, etc. And you should be looking at the last 3 days of these levels, right? So you can see here, this is, you know, are they going to be red? They are going to be red. This is an important level. This is an important level. And that's really it here. Maybe, yeah, that's it. Okay. So from a daily perspective, look at what we've done. So like, for example, on Tuesday, we've hit into a daily fair value gap, and then we're expecting for the next day to be bullish, right? So from a higher time frame, that's how I do it. Usually I get my biases more intraday, where I look at the 1 hour and I look at relative equal highs and lows. So right now, what's price doing? It's hovering around those two open prices and close prices that I just indicate on the daily. And for me, it's simple. Like, just look at this chart here. Do we think that we're going to hit this high first, or do you think that we're going to hit these relative equal lows here below us, right? And in my opinion, just looking at market structure and market structure shifts and how we're respecting these first presentations, my bias is longs. And that's why I'm longs all day today. Like, look, I tried to take a long here in the morning. I failed to do so. I took a long yesterday, right before close. That was a sick long. I took a long today. And then I'm trying to catch this long to hit this stupid level of 23.424 and a quarter. And my bias today is very skewed to the upside. And for me, it's hard to shift gears to the downside, but I just don't see targets to the downside. If I don't see smooth waters below us, then for me, shorts are low probability trades. 87 win rate. Cool. My win rate, guys, is 50-50, but my average risk to reward is 2-1. And that's how I gain. So I'm only right half amount of time. But when I'm right, it rips. So you don't have to be always right to make money, which is cool. It's all about risk management. Do you guys see our price is doing nothing right now? It's because it's not the right time. Remember, time then price. Market gave me a fantastic buy dom. Yeah. So I guess while we're waiting for price here, let me create an alert here so I don't miss anything. But I took the loss here yesterday, and then I made it up here. So I traded the 4 o'clock macro. I actually got in down here, but where you see it is here, and I kind of scaled in. And once price broke above the first presentation of Mondays, that's when I was aiming for this level right here. It was Tuesday, 22nd July highs, right? So that pulled in all my profit for yesterday, the 1.2K. Then I tried trading Asia to these highs. I kind of caught the bottom, but I shouldn't have traded my stop loss. And then I had friends over, but I just got tagged out. And I wouldn't have made profit anyways. It just would have tagged me back out to break even again. That was my mistrade. And then today in the morning was my mistrade. Mother flipper. There's the run, guys, I think. Could this be it? This could be it. I would have already been break even if I held that trade, but it is what it is. That's ES's fault. Whoever mentioned ES, it's your fault. All right, all right. Is this gonna be the run, or is it gonna wait until? So I want to see price go down, fail. I'm gonna recognize that fail and then go in with a tight stop loss. TP hit. Nice. Oh, you were in that long? Good job. Not a bad trade. That is a well planned out with logic trade there. I like that long makes sense. Asia highs I'm targeting. Asia highs? Basically all time highs. Oh, Asia highs. Okay. Yeah, Asian highs is all time highs. Okay. We are above first presentation. Let's see if we're going to respect it now. Entry one could be right. When's the macro in 10 minutes? Okay. I bought in right there. My stop loss is going to be below here. We're not on the right time though. But we'll see. Okay. I'm going to accept this trade as my previous entry was way better. But let's see here at 245. 15-second right now is respecting. I just like to break above it. We technically broke market structure to the upside here. The new dog is 722 shouldn't break to the downside. As you can see here on the 5-minute, it did a really good job of staying above it. We went below and now we're back above it, right? So this is going to be the shift in tides here. 1 minute is going to look freaking great. Sorry, 1 hour is going to look great. $15-minute looks decent as well. All right, so all time frames right now are pointing up. Maybe my impatience right now made me go in right now, but it is what it is. It's a 20 pip stop loss, 5 micros to the upside. I'm risking 220 to the downside. Where's your stop loss? Right here. I think that's safe enough. Unless I get wicked. 5-minute confirmation. Yeah. That's the trade going to be 600 plus my losses. All goes well. Best case scenario, 400 up for the day. Okay, 5-minute closed above the new day opening gap. Good. My entry, to be honest, could have been better. We kind of rejected the first presentation to the downside. That's fine. We have a macro in 10 minutes here, guys. So this is that macro is the rocket fuel that we'll need to hit this level. And right now it's just about, you know, because it can start crawling up and then it might start rocket. So it's just trying to get in before the macro. So far, let me scale in. This 1 minute closes above the first presentation. I'm going to scale in a bit more. I'm looking right now at the 15-second chart to see if we can. All right, I'm going to get in with one small position here. 260 is my risk. In 3 minutes, we might have a 5-minute fair value gap here form, which would be really good. It'll help my stop loss be more protected. And now we just wait. Or 24 seconds. What's ES doing? It's reaching all-time highs again. Entry was definitely subpar, but that's okay. My stop loss should hold in this level. It shouldn't get tagged. Price is truly bullish and it's starting to show bullish signs here, but this accumulation before distribution was good. Right, this, and then on the 1 minute, we've got this fair value gap here. Hopefully price holds it. It can dip into the second one, but once it dips there, then and maybe price won't do what we want it to do. And it might be an AM or a PM trade for me, but we'll see. I just need to survive in the trade 8 more minutes. That's kind of like my zone where I might get tagged out before the actual move. Good close there with that fair value up there. We're still below the first presentation. So far, guys, 5 minutes looking bullish. Let's see if price wants to close above here. 200. Price right now is hovering at this first presentation. Being honest, guys, my entry here was, again, I thought it would continue going up. That's why I got into the break above it, but price decided to close below it and reject it. So a more aggressive approach to the first presentation, but again, stop loss. We're paying it to do its job. Hopefully it holds price. And hopefully I don't see price closing below the new dog. As you can see here on the 5 minute, I'm blocking a lot of it. But in 13 seconds, we'll have an inversion fair value gap here on the 15 minute, another positive bullish confluence that's going to go with us into this smooth high here area that we have. So I'm okay with a loss here if we do get a loss. And then ultimately the trade is what? It's a 3-to-1. Price is holding nicely on this random fair value gap at 1036. It's also being pushed against first presentation fair value gap, which is something that we don't want to see. Hopefully it breaks above it. If it does, I'm going to scale in one more contract. 15-second closed above it. Let's see if the 1 minute goes above it. 22 seconds. All right, I scaled in once more there. Risk is 300. I move my stop loss one tick below the end dog. And my energy is really low today, guys. So all right. Let her pump. All right, I'm scaling once more here. I'm liking the 15-second rejection of the first presentation here. This is nice to see, like, price trying to break a first presentation, then it finally breaks it. That's positive compliments that you want to see. So far, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. Guys, everything looks decent. Just the question is am I going to get wicked out before the push higher? Or if it's going to defer the push higher to the AM session. So right now I'm risking 330 on this trade for $1,000. And if it hits it, I'm requesting payout 5 minutes after for 6,000 USD, which in Canadian dollars, it's almost 10,000. That's a McDonald's salary for 3 months. Level to watch out for if it does push higher. Macro starting in 3 minutes. This level right here. RTH lows, just watch out for it. We want to see kind of punch above it and not reject it. For me to break even, I would want to see it kind of get at least the mean threshold, okay? So once it gets here, this is where I'm going to break even on the trade. Because once it hits the mean threshold of the RTH gap, it going back down to here, it shouldn't, right? If I was in this trade from down here, this is where I would scale in and start bringing my stop loss up. Let's see, 3 more minutes, price can just maintain itself above first presentation. We technically have a market structure shift, so it's always like this is the MMS. Okay. And then here's going to be the bullish breaker. I'm going to stop adding makeup in a sec to this, but this is going to be the bullish breaker here. And then once price closes above the bullish breaker, like we're already like on the upper half of it, which is good. But again, like it just has to break so many levels to get to my stop loss. So in my opinion, this is like an A setup. Is it going to play out? If it does, great. If it doesn't, great. Price is closing in the upper half of the bullish breaker. What does that mean? It means failure, right? It means like this is what we want to see. Price is, you know, at a good level. Let's play devil's advocate here. If price were to reach lower, would it? Again, it's, you know, I think we're about to shift structure here. 5 minute, there really is not going to be an MMS up until we reach these highs here. So can't really use that logic. All right, we are in the macro in 20 seconds. So this is kind of where we want to see price. It's going to shoot in direction. Let's hope that it shoots up, not down. It would be nice to see price close in the upper half of the bullish breaker. One hour looks freaking great. It's going to close in 10 minutes. All right, bullish response to the upside. This candle was a nice close. It pushed into first presentation, pushed away, and then we got a bullish response to the upside. And now let's see if price wants. Price next target, it's going to be the RTH lows here, that it's going to either struggle, reject, or break through. Our anticipation is that it's going to break through just because of just the targets and the 1 hour. This is looking really, really, it's looking good. Like I'm so far still happy with price action. Let's see these candles close above the high of the bullish breaker. I'm not going to look at ES. I don't care what ES is doing right now. Who here isn't along? I'm curious. Who here is either riding the right side of the move or the wrong side of the move? And the wrong side is going to be more manipulation until the New York session. But we have to accept the risk, right? Gotta accept the risk. Good. Good rejection. I'll be right back, guys. Not like my stop loss is going to move or anything, so BRB. This is some pretty crappy response within the macro. I ain't gonna lie. This is 5 minutes in, price hasn't moved yet. If we don't get far in 15 minutes from now and we hover around this area, I'm probably gonna reduce my risk by 50%. Do you want to see it go down to this level? I don't think so, but anyways, well, we'll see, guys. Price also might just grind really slowly up. It might just might do that all the way to the top, but that would be weird. The 5 minute fair value, this one right here. Yeah, that's why I don't want to move my stop loss. We also have a 15-minute fair value up here. Actually, we don't have it yet. Sorry. We just have this one right here, which is an impossible inversion. Okay. And then that's within the new dog, which is good. And then we're probably going to have a fair value up here in 4 minutes for him as well. Garrett has it pretty chill right now. He entered so low that regardless of what price does, there's no risk involved there. While we wait for price, I just gotta check one thing here, guys. Man, price got to 296 today. That was a great buy. It's already up 8% since the low. All right, price is creeping up higher, guys. Okay, so remember how I said last time, RTH lows? Let's see what this level is going to do. Who here's in the trade? I'm curious. Anyone have longs? I know Garrett is, so you don't have to say anything, Garrett. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. Helps me out a lot in the channel. Helps get out awareness. We're almost at break even for the trade, which is nice. Keep pushing, price. Keep pushing. Oh, I just told you not to talk. All right, this is really good so far, guys. This might be it. I like how we just slice through this here. So to be honest, I'm gonna move my stop loss right here. I've cut it down by 20%. It should be safe there. I just have a untraded 5-minute new day opening gap below me, but like looking at price, if it's gonna reject here and push back a little, it could do that, right? But I'm anticipating that it doesn't, right? Should have risked more. Yeah. Anyways, this is going to be a 4-figure trade. 5K across all accounts minus my 150 loss of stupidness. No. 80 of that was a fair lose from my first trade from the slippage. So it's going to be a good day. Don't disappoint us, price. Keep going. Keep going. Anyways, I do have an appointment to run to at 11 o'clock. So guys, we're gonna end the stream here. Or you know what? Let me continue live streaming. And then again, I'll just come to my computer here and there and adjust the stop loss so you guys can see how I'm trading and how I'm scaling out. Okay. But guys, but I guess on that note, I'll drop off, sub like, and tomorrow I think we'll live stream again. But anyways, going on silent for the next half an hour here, guys. The chair. Yeah, the chair. Hopefully. All right. Take care, guys.